Hi, I'm Christina Flaherty, and this is Sarah Carter and Jessica Bauer, and we are all doulas as part of the group Natural Baby Doulas. And we're here to talk to you today about some comfort techniques that you can use in labor and why it might be beneficial to have a doula. One of the reasons that it might be beneficial to have a doula, especially if you're going to be giving birth at the birth center here in Statesville, is there's going to be a lot of time that you're going to be laboring at home before you come into the birth center. During that time, labor is going to progress, and there's going to be different changes in your body and the different needs that you have. And during that time, you and your partner might be a little bit worried and might need somebody to be there to reassure you of what's normal. So while you're at home, help you deal with different pain techniques, management of your labor and what you are feeling at that time. There's also a lot of tasks that need to be done. Packing up your bags, taking things out of the refrigerator, taking care of other children or pets at home, and making sure that they're set and you're ready to go to the birth center. All of those things the partner can be doing while the doula stays with the woman in labor, or the doula can be doing so you and your partner can stay together. Also, when you get to the birth center, helping that transition from home to the birth center, setting up your room so that it's comfortable, knowing what has been working for you in labor, helping to keep you calm and have a smooth transition until you get to your medical team here.
Some of the other things that us at Natural Baby Doulas offer are we do placenta encapsulation. So if you're not familiar with that, it's a form of ingesting the placenta, and it has a lot of benefits postpartum, specifically giving moms energy, which is super helpful after you're getting a little sleep deprived from taking care of your baby for the first few days and weeks. The other thing that we do related to postpartum healing is belly binding. It's a certain technique of binding your belly, which helps expedite healing, bringing all the internal organs back together. It's a specific technique of getting your abdomen as close to it was previous to pregnancy, and can really help with comfort in the postpartum period too, when moms are nursing and taking care of a baby and not really as focused on taking care of themselves. Another thing we do postpartum to help with moms transitioning to taking care of a baby and nursing is in-home lactation support from a lactation specialist. This is a unique, wonderful service where someone comes to your home, which is much less disruptive to the nursing relationship than leaving to go to an appointment, and really helps support moms in knowing all the natural things that she can do to help with any breastfeeding challenges that come up.
And then a final service that we offer is all three of us teach childbirth education classes. Christina and Sarah teach the Bradley method, which is a great 12-week series of education classes. We love it when our clients take childbirth education classes because they have the knowledge that they need to feel empowered about the decisions they're making to have a natural birth. And when you couple that with a doula supporting, they learn those things in pregnancy, and then we continue to remind them of what they've learned and their goals during labor. So it works really well when it's all together, the childbirth education and having a doula. So I'm Jessica, and I'm going to talk about the importance of breathing and relaxation during labor. If your goal is a natural birth, which it is if you're coming to the birth center, then you no doubt have heard the importance of being relaxed and breathing during labor. As a doula, we meet with our clients in their homes for prenatal appointments, and we talk about some ways that you can plan to relax and breathe. We practice some breathing. We talk about ways to help you relax, which might mean having low lights. It might mean bringing in music that you like. It could mean having certain things or pictures in the room that can help you just feel peaceful and comfortable. But sometimes moms will just find certain ways to relax during labor that they never expected. And as doulas, we can kind of help you find your rhythm and encourage that. So even with all that planning though, Sometimes when you get into real active labor and things get intense, moms will have a flight or fight response, and they will tense up and kind of stress out and sometimes have a little bit of a panic attack. And that's not productive for labor. It can slow down progress, and it can be really hard for them. So as a doula, we will help you to relax every part of your body. If your shoulders are tense, we'll help you to remind you to relax your shoulders. Sometimes moms, and this isn't something we can always see, but you might just make everything in your bottom really tense. And if you're doing that, that can inhibit progress too. So we remind you to relax every single part of your body. So to just think about relaxing, think about how if you held your hand up and it was limp and loose and relaxed, and you're breathing just really deeply, completely normally, and your hand, it's not that hard to hold up really. It's just kind of doing its thing. But then think about if you hold your fist up and you hold it as tight as you can, and you're flexing your arm, and you're breathing really fast. If you were doing that, it's really difficult to hold. Like, this arm is much more tired. So it's the same way in labor, except just so much more so because you're in labor for hours instead of seconds of holding your hand up. So that's just kind of a visual to try out of how important it is to keep your whole body relaxed. And as a doula, we just love to see when we're working with moms, and we remind them during every contraction to relax, just to see a mom completely melt. And when she does that, her pain level, you can see it just goes down a notch, and it's very beneficial. So that's just one of the things we want to talk about with breathing and relaxing.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and we're going to talk a little bit now about different comfort techniques that include tactile touch. A lot of times the doula does different massage techniques, counter pressure techniques with mom, but during our prenatal meetings with our clients, we also go over a lot of this. We want to try them out on mom and then also teach the partner how to do these techniques. There will be times in labor where the partner might need to be doing it, or taking shifts with whatever mom is most comfortable with. So one of the first that is a big hit with moms is called the double hip squeeze. So to do that, you usually stand right behind mom, and you're going to be putting a lot of counter pressure below her hip bones actually. It sort of gives her some pressure, some counter pressure on the pelvis, because when the baby's moving down, it's in this area here. Most of the time that we do massage or counter pressure, it's all right here in this lower quadrant of the back. So very simple. You find mom's hip bones. That's sort of a good guide for where your palms hit, and you sort of push in and up evenly. Of course, mom can give you feedback on whether it's too much or not enough. So this sort of is a upward motion. Some moms also like more of a downward pressure, so it's different for everyone. And then always keep an open mind that some moms aren't going to like it in labor, or it might change in labor. So always keep an open mind, getting feedback from mom on what is benefiting her and whatnot. The counter pressure can be really helpful to help mom cope through a contraction, similar to when you hit your funny bone and it hurts and it's that tingling sensation. You immediately usually put some pressure on it, and it doesn't take that sensation completely away, but it sort of helps you cope for that minute or so that tingling and discomfort is occurring. So it's very similar when you're having a contraction. So that's the double hip squeeze. Another type of counter pressure that moms often benefit from as, again, their baby's moving down is right here, very low on mom's low back. The way the curvature of the spine is, it kind of, the baby presses against internally this area of mom's body. So putting some counter pressure against that, again, helps mom cope through that period of time where she's feeling the most pressure there. So again, you just sort of get feedback from mom on how much counter pressure you need to put, more, less, whatever. Some moms aren't super comfortable with counter pressure. It's a little too intense. And in those situations, we have something else that we can try. It's called a TENS unit. It goes in this area, again, of mom's back. The electrode pads are placed here, and it delivers a little bit of stimulation to mom's back that can sort of help her cope again through that time of a contraction, and almost give her body a little bit of relief in that area. It usually gives the muscles a little cue to relax a little bit, so it can be beneficial too, especially if the counter pressure or massage techniques aren't quite working. One other very popular technique is massage technique, where again it incorporates all this area of mom's body. It's pretty easy to do. You just kind of do a stroking rub all in this area. Some moms feel contractions down in their legs. Some moms really like to have some sensation or tactile stimulation under their belly, up and down their back, down their legs, on their bottom area, everywhere that they're feeling contractions. So it's just a constant, moderate pressure, but stroking at the same time. And many times I've had moms say, don't stop. All right, so that's a little bit of an example of counter pressure massage techniques that we can use in labor.
Hi, I'm Christina Flaherty, part of Natural Baby Doulas, and this is Sarah again, our very pregnant model. And today we're going to be talking about the use of the Rebozo in labor and how we can use it for comfort techniques. So as you can see, the Rebozo is just a very long piece of cloth. It's a traditional Mexican cloth that is used to provide different comfort techniques for a woman in labor, as well as carrying baby after labor. So I'm going to ask Sarah to come and sit down on the ball. And the ball is a really nice place for a woman to labor. She has the ability to circle her hips around to help move down the baby. It also is just a comfortable place for her to be with her shoulders exposed, her back exposed, so that either her partner or her doula can be behind her and massage her, stroke her. What I'm going to be doing with the Rebozo is putting it around her belly, and I'm going to grab it in back, so it's around her belly but under her breasts. And what I'm going to do behind here is just give a slight pull upwards. And what that's going to do is it's going to lift Sarah's baby up off of her pelvis and take a little bit of the pressure of the weight of the baby off of her so that she feels a little bit more comfortable in labor. And during this time, I can be holding this, her partner can be in front of her, talking to her, walking her through the contractions, and she can be swaying on the ball, she can be rolling her hips, whatever it is that she feels like doing during this time. The next use of the Rebozo is going to be around Sarah's breasts, and during this time I'm going to be putting a little bit of upward pressure and lifting her shoulders up. And lifting the shoulders will allow the whole chest cavity to be lifted up, allowing her to breathe a little bit better in labor. Because sometimes the babies are so high up on the lungs, it makes it difficult for a mom to get a really good breath. And so in labor, we can help mom lift her breast cage up, and so that she can get nice deep breaths in labor. And it's also a comfortable way so that she's not quite holding herself up all on her own in labor. And I can help sway her while she's sitting on the ball as well.
So many of our clients are very interested in using one of the water birth tubs for labor, and or also having a water birth where they actually have their baby in the water, because of the amazing benefits for both of those things. One of the things that the doula can do is help a mom prepare for a water birth, letting her know what to expect, how the tub can help her, and then also what to do when she's actually getting in the tub. So we can usually encourage mom to try different positions. Jessica's in a great position right here. Usually from right below her chest down would be submerged in really nice, warm, relaxing water. It's really nice when mom first gets in the tub because she feels a little less gravity and it sort of supports everything in her body. Warmth is a great relaxation tool to use. Sometimes the doula will need to give mom a wet washcloth over her forehead or behind her neck. Because of the warmth of the water, sometimes mom can get a little warm. There's great little cup holders here so mom can have ice water continuing to be filled up. Sometimes moms really like some warm water, so the doula can grab a cup and pour warm water over her uterus or down her shoulders, again to help with relaxation. Moms sometimes still need counter pressure when they're in the tub, so the doula can be leaning over, giving her counter pressure in different areas. So this is a popular position. The next most popular position, I think, is moms being on her knees and resting her chest on the outside of the tub. Again, the uterus is submerged in the water, nice and warm and relaxed. The doula can be doing some counter pressure here or some rubbing here, similar to how we do on land, but in the water it's almost a double benefit because you're getting the warmth and then also getting that support with the counter pressure. Again, you could be taking warm water and roll it and having it fall on mom's back. Again, lots of fluids, maybe a cold washcloth. Sometimes moms like certain scents, so sometimes we'll put aromatherapy going or on a washcloth for mom to sniff. And then another great position is an asymmetrical position. Sometimes when babies aren't really positioned right, it's really great to open one side of the pelvis so that the baby's head can sort of fall into that more open spot and wiggle their way down and maybe turn a little bit to where they need to be. In this position, again, lots of comfort that the doula can offer, lots of relaxing, rubbing, encouraging mom to really relax all the way down her bottom where it's nice and warm in the water. And then there's some other good positions that can really encourage labor progress or can be beneficial when mom's pushing, and those are more like squatting positions, and Christina's going to demonstrate that with the assistance of a Rebozo.
That's right. So one of the most efficient positions to push your baby out in is in a squatting position. On land, that can be a little bit more challenging because you have gravity to contend with. In the water, it's really awesome because you can move your body so much more easily, and it's a lot easier to get into a squatting position. So if mom wanted to squat and she felt a little bit unstable doing that on her own, we could use the Rebozo to put around her, and I can just hold her here. It provides a lot of support around her back and under her shoulders, and then she can grab onto it too to use the Rebozo as leverage as well. Another twist on this is I will put the Rebozo around my shoulders, or you could also do that for the partner, and then she's able to pull down on the Rebozo, leaning backwards, having her chin on her chest, curling around her baby, and using the Rebozo as an anchor to get more leverage to push her baby out in.
We just want to thank the Birth Center today for letting us come to share about what a doula does and how it can be a great addition to your labor team. Having a birth at the Birth Center is wonderful for moms who want natural births. You have a relaxing environment and you have wonderful care providers. We love to work with clients who come here to have their babies. If you're interested in learning more about the three of us and how we can help support you, you can go to our website at naturalbabydoulas.com or find us on Facebook, Natural Baby Doulas. So thanks so much.
Thank you.